Hi, I'm Carolyn, and today I'm going to teach you how to freeze corn. So first thing I did is I got 50 ears of corn and I peeled it and washed it. I pulled the corn silk off and then I cut the ends. So this is 50 ears of corn washed and ready to go. I scoured my sinks. I have 2 sinks filled with cold water right now. And I scoured them and then rinsed them really good so they are nice and clean, filled with cold water. And then I put on a pot, little hot, and it's boiling right now. So I like to use, I cut my corn off the cob, so that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. So since I know that is hot, I'm going to pull this lid off. And now I'm going to fill this pot with corn, fresh corn. Now if your corn has a worm or a little bad end, just cut that out. You don't have to throw out the whole cob, just for a little bad spot. So I'm going to fill the pot so that way everything is submerged. Okay, that's a nice full pot. We're going to put the lid on and we're going to put the timer on 4 minutes. So when I freeze, I like to use my Betty Crocker, I think that's it, Betty Crocker cookbook, and I look under the freezing timetables. So for blanching vegetables, it says if you wanted to freeze a whole ear of corn, you would use 9 minutes, and then for a whole kernel or cream style, 4 minutes. So that's why I'm putting that 4 minutes on. We'll submerge it, and then we're going to be putting it in the cold water. Just wanted to make sure that we are not bringing it back to full boil. Start counting immediately. Yes, so the water was already boiling. We put the timer on for 4 minutes. And like I said, I like to use my Betty Crocker cookbook for my freezing blanching time. So this, the first sink, I'm going to be using as a quick cool down. You can keep that water running in there and like pull the drain a little bit. And you can plan ahead and make your ice so that way you don't have to buy ice. Or you could ask your neighbors for ice, or you can buy ice. You might say, what are you going to do with your frozen corn? We're going to bag that up in our quart-sized bags. I usually put 2 cups of corn in each bag, and then you can pull it out all winter long. So I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to take this out, and then we are going to, I have a strainer set up here. I just thought it would be nice to be able to switch it into here. Usually I'll keep the pots boiling, and then once I hit that 4 minute mark, I will move the next batch over. So this is the first submerging, and so that's a quick pull down. I'm going to get these out of here. But for today's purposes, I'll turn this pot off, and I'll just concentrate on this first batch of corn with you. Okay, so that's everything in there. And this did a quick cool down, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in the ice. And now I'm going to take the next batch. Pop that in here, and we're going to put the timer on 8 minutes. Whatever you boil your corn on or your blanching, you always want to double the time in ice or cold water. So this is not really cold on this side, so I'm just going to pull the plug and let some cold water into this to get this down, this temperature down, before I switch it over. So this pot we just used for the hot corn, straining there. So when the corn comes out, we'll use this pot to put it in. So we have 8 minutes to let that sit in the ice bath, so I'll be back in a minute. Hi, so we're back and our timer's just going off for 8 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and hit clear. And now our submerged cold corn is ready to come out of the second sink that's filled with ice. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out. And I did find some more ice cubes in my freezer, so I did add some throughout. So we're ready to go ahead and bring this over to the table and cut that off the cob. So we have our pot of corn that we've submerged in ice water for 8 minutes. And now we have something to put our cobs in after we're cut them all. We have Ziploc bags. I always use the freezer style quarts, but you could use gallon if you need that much corn. I did grab a Sharpie, and I thought I'd show you, you can put today's date on the bag, so that way when you go to take your corn out of the freezer, you know when, how long it's been in the freezer. So the first thing you want to do is just lift your corn up, and then we're going to go along the edge of the cob. We're cutting all the corn off from the very tip to the very bottom. You don't want to be wasteful. So we're going to go ahead and cut that off. And then your cob, just find a place to put that. Just going to cut a few pieces, and then I'll show you how we're going to bag it after. And of course, you start every project with nice clean hands. Okay, got a couple pieces up top. Okay, I'm just going to throw it in this bowl, but you can use any bowl. And so then you would take your Ziploc bag with your date, and I like to put break it up a little if you'd like. I like to put 2 cups of corn in my bag, so just get 1 cup. And that's 2 ears is probably 2 cups. Just about. A little bit more. So there we go. We're just going to shake it and bring it all the way down to the bottom. And then squeeze the air out and just slide it. And then I like to just fold mine over like this, and that's how I'll put it in the freezer. So I will come back and I will show you the bags of corn I got with 50 ears. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll be back. Hi, and we're finished bagging our corn and it's ready for the freezer. I just wanted to show you what 50 ears of corn look like. This will keep me all winter long with corn, and you can use it in your soups, or you can just have it as a side. You can make casseroles out of it. If you wanted to have a bigger bag for the holidays, you can mark that and bag more corn in one bag for the holidays. And so I hope you enjoyed this episode of freezing, and hope to see you again. If you like us on Facebook, follow us on our YouTube channel, and if there's something that you'd like us to freeze or can for you, just let us know. Have a great day.